didn't know there was a Nintendo channel. Oh man, I can get caught up finally on my Splatoon K-dramas. Wait, Nintendo's not Korean. Shit. Well, I guess I can just welcome you all to the One Player Podcast now. Again, I apologize for ending that 1 LP abruptly of Digital Card Battle, but you guys were more understanding about it, and so those videos will probably go down. You'll probably see it again when I do my yearly, like just before the 13th I do my thing where I compile and do like a best of the year, so you'll see it again, but at some point I'll take them down, especially once the new LP goes up. I do have something planned for LP for Monday. Hopefully it's Monday, unless something else happens. That's what I'm shooting for. But alright. Again, I just really appreciate you guys being understanding about that and being like, because I really thought it was like letting you guys down with that, with quitting or something like that. It's not something I wanted to do. I was like really dreading it, honestly, but again, you guys are cool with it, and I have other games, and I can show those off. So yeah, but yeah, that's just what I've been doing all week. It was that canceling that LP, going into my new one, getting footage ready for that, getting stuff ready for that, and it's like, oh, I can play. I was like, wow, I can play a game again and actually have footage and not have to wonder whether or not I'm gonna fuck up and have to start over again or something. Yeah. Consistent. I like that. I missed that with all the other games I played. So that's really just it for as far as games go. I haven't had time to play much else. I've just been like super busy. I can talk about a couple things in gaming news. My scoop. Yeah. I'll start by saying that while my LP of Digimon may have come to an abrupt end, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is coming stateside to PlayStation 4 and the Vita. Is this the power of equivalent exchange? Dengeki Bunko comes to the States in October. $40 for the PS3, $30 for the Vita. Speaking of which, the arcade version already has an update called Ignition. Adds 2 new characters, Emi Yusa from The Devil is a Part-Timer, and Quenzer Barbotage from Heavy Object. I've seen an abridged series of the first one, but I have no idea what the second one is. I can only assume it has something to do with mecha, because it's like, heavy object, giant mechs. Yeah. That's what I'm assuming anyway. And somewhere in between the latest update to Guilty Gear XX and the very first BlazBlue game they ever made, there was an interesting fighting game from Arxis called Battle Fantasia. A revised edition is coming to Steam July 7th. That's this coming Tuesday. Not sure what the revised edition fully entails. I guess that's like a graphical update or something like that for Steam. I got a quick couple eats I can run off. A lot of you were posting stuff, I think it was in KZ's stream, and a lot of you guys are like keeping me interested by posting things like Taco Bell has, I forget what it's called, but it was like a crunch, I guess it's like the Cinnamon Delights, but they're Crunchberry Delights. Those look really good. I know Dunkin' Donuts came out with a new pork roll. I haven't had it yet. Also, Taco Bell was coming out with, since the Doritos did really well, they're going to do Frito shell tacos now. That should be interesting. Original and a chili cheese flavor or something like that. I think was the second one. Sounds interesting. Never was much one for Fritos by itself. Putting it with taco fixins? Is that kind of like a Frito pie? Just with like extra fixins, like the tomato, lettuce, cheese, yeah. I don't know. I know that's a big recipe for Fritos, the Frito pie. I see that doing really well. Like the Doritos. I see that catching on. Hopefully one day they get the, a pretzel kind of fixing, like hard shell or maybe like a soft pretzel and then throw fixins on that. Make like combos is the next one or something like that. I don't know how you would work that, but that would be amazing. Carl's Jr. Hardee's. I don't know if I have any of those, but you showed me a It was an ice cream sandwich, but the sandwich portion was 2 frozen Pop-Tarts. I'm like, well, I can make that at home. And I think I put a thing of Pop-Tarts away with a strawberry, and I forgot they were in there for like a couple days. So when they came back, they were really good. They had like a really good consistency to them. They weren't like very little crumbs, if at all. Like it holds together and takes like a more chewier consistency. I may eat Pop-Tarts that way from now on. It was that good. I liked it that much. That's why. I don't know. I've never done like toasted or whatever. It's been a long while. I might try that at least have something for the next stacking corner in case I can't find anything. I did find one thing, actually. Don't know how you pronounce this, but it starts with a Q. I'm saying corn or corn. It seems to be a big thing with them. I'd had their spaghetti and meatless meatballs. This seems to be their thing, because they're right out of the UK and Ireland, and they promote this meat substitute style of eats, miso protein. It's protein from a fungus created back in the 60s, when nutritionists and health experts were concerned that a growing population would mean that there would be massive global food shortages, protein shortages in the near future. So this is getting our protein without a whole lot of fat or calories, apparently. Percy would have liked more sauce, so they soak in the meatballs really good instead of just the spaghetti. By themselves, the meatballs were a little weird, but tolerable. The spaghetti is like, if you've had frozen food spaghetti before, this won't be any different to you. So overall, you got me curious. I'll check out other things. They had like a chicken or something along those lines. I forget. I saw this one and picked this up. There were a couple others, though, if I can find them. But yeah. Suplex! Gonna get hype. Alright. Raw opens with the Authority with Jamie Noble. Yay! He's okay. He's clutching his ribs still. He's really selling it, but he's still coming along aside the rest of the Authority. Rollins saying that the Slammy's inspirational moment of the year is on lock because of what Noble did. Standing ovation for him, by the way, and well-deservedly so. Rollins is like, they helped me slay the beast. And so it's like a whole segment where they get, he rewards them for their efforts and for helping him out. Like, J&J Security get Apple Watches. Rollins has something special for Kane for all his accomplishments over his entire career. An ovation for him. Kane gets his very own vacation. He's going to Hawaii, but before that, he and Rollins get face off against Ambrose at the main event. No DQ. Noelle Foley, hey, she's doing stuff. She reveals a brand new cherry red Cadillac 2015 CTS for J&J. He said it was like sticker price of around $65,000. That's what it looked like. Closes out by saying this is what true power looks like, and out comes the extended family, the Big Show. He's happy for the Authority, but all he gets is a match with Mark Henry? Ugh. Henry shows punch and gets pinned in about a minute and change in. Miz was on commentary for this, so thankfully the match was short, so he wasn't out there for very long. Ryback comes down to try and lay some hurt on the Big Show, but Miz runs in and attacks Ryback, so those two have a match that ends with Miz running to the back and getting counted out. So, accomplished nothing. Alicia and Paige. Alicia versus Paige. Double jobber entrance. Like, they're both already in the ring, but now it's like 3-on-1 on the outside. Commercial? I guess we're doing something with this. At Ramon Villalobos says he wants this Bellas thing to become this NWO/Bullet Club stable. Bella Club for life. I've got a diva and I shot her with my guns. At least they're choosing Raw for Paige to try and rally back and manage to counter roll up a surprise roll up from Alicia off a distraction. She dark bribed her dark bribe basically and won. The US title open challenge is on, even though he has a title defense at Battleground. Dustin on Cena. Would be quite the swerve if whoever came out. What? Oh, Kevin Owens apparently isn't waiting. He's cashing in. But yeah, he comes out, he's like, on second thought, I think I'll wait till Battleground. If anyone's taking that title, it's going to be me. In the meantime, maybe this man will take it from you. Antonio Cesaro. Maybe there's some respect between Cesaro and Owens after their war on SmackDown 2 weeks ago. I said it was like the match of the segment. Cesaro putting his opponent through the paces as only Cesaro can. Kevin Owens respecting JBL, so he respects him so much he actually comments that we got a match going on while you and Byron are yammering on, Michael. He's respecting that longest WWE champion in SmackDown history. He smells like smoke because he's been through fire. Cesaro is that guy who can really beat on somebody for 95% of the match until a guy like John Cena does his thing and retaliates. He would probably have like an amazing rivalry with Dolph Ziggler. Cole says something, I forget what he said exactly, but it apparently sets off Owens for a bit to like leave his suit and just stare him down while the match is going on. Cole, you think you learned your fucking lesson after your absence courtesy of Suplex City. Match of the year quality match to you, by the way. Even with all that other stuff going on. It looked like Cesaro flipped Cena off during a beatdown. I thought he was just being like, I thought he was like mirroring Stone Cold. He was like, fuck your springboard stunner, Cena. What? I said, fuck your springboard stunner. You haven't pinned anybody with it. It's stupid. Stop doing it, you piece of trash. What? Anyway. Apparently it looked a little closer like somebody put a gif on this on Twitter, and it was his pinkies he was throwing up instead of the middle finger. Azarada said he's giving Cena the feather because he ain't worth the full bird. I like that. You just get a little bit, you just get a little taste. But Owens comes in and strikes Cesaro, and then Cena. And Owens takes the mic saying, like I said, if anyone's taking that U.S. title, it's going to be me. At Battleground, it will be me. Bray Wyatt wants to open Roman Reigns' eyes so he can see the truth. Cover his mouth so he can tell no more lies. Lies, for that matter. Life's not fair. I thought I should be my father's favorite, but he threw me away. But I'm awake. I got my wings back, Daddy. He's doing taxis. He's like, look, Daddy. And he's like, I gotta do these. This person didn't pay his taxes. Was life really bad for the... Maybe they liked Bo better. Because Bo's like out here all positive and stuff, like, and doing the believe thing. Well, I'd really like to get some more backstory with this. Do they actually have a sister, Abigail? You know, who is it that deserves all you have, Roman? Anyone but you. Oh, okay, we get some context for that finally. Not that we needed it, but you know, we kind of figured it's like, oh, he's being chosen to do things, and now it's like, you know, he's being handpicked again. We're going with that again. So he's like, you're no fool. You know what I stand for, and you know all the horrible things I'm capable of. This is about you. The insects that watch every week are inconsequential. I'm the yin to your yang. You won't succeed. I won't let you. Mocha Lucha, Lucha Dragons. Obligatory rematch from the last SmackDown, and as the Fixes win again. Ziggler and Lana in matching buns just about. This is their little coming out, I guess. Like, it's like, we're so serious now. He's like, you know. Ziggler's like, a lot of you might not believe this, but this relationship didn't start with love at first sight. She was clearly using me to get back at Rusev, but now the situation's changed. Lana says, for years I didn't know what a real man was. I used to do whatever Rusev told me, how to dress, how to talk, how to feel about America, but I've become my own person, and Dolph treats me with respect, and have become more than good friends. And this gets dumber with Rusev interrupting with Summer Rae. And Rusev's like, I don't care about you anymore, never did. You're like what the Americans call a cold fish. And Ziggler's like, what kind of scumbag are you, trash-talking my girlfriend like that? Oh, did that sting a little? My girlfriend? You like that? She does. She clearly does. Listen, man, you blew it. Now walk away before I do something about that other leg of yours. Stay. Rusev, of course, no choice but to back down because he's on the crutches. Summer Rae finally gets in. Her 2 cents verbally lays into Lana, pretty much calling her a gold digger. Rusev was on top of the world at Mania, and you jumped ship when he got injured. He cared about you. Now you go tell the people what I've already known about you, that you're a conniving phony. And just slaps Lana. Catfight! So overall, that segment was utterly pointless. Dean Ambrose talking to himself? It's not physical, but mental? He's apparently talking to the Terminator statues in the background. Hey, they got a new movie. Reigns comes in looking highly perturbed. He's like, hey, you look angry, you look upset. Good! That guy who roughed people up on his way out on SmackDown, I want that Roman Reigns tonight. Roman's like, you the only family I got out here? Dude, your cousin was calling your match in your main event on SmackDown. That's cold. But Roman's... I'll tell you what never was the outcome. I'm waiting for that fucking Digimon LP. It comes back. Full circle. The man that Gravity never updated his Facebook with. Neville getting his own comic book, apparently? Or maybe it was just a graphic. Either way, cool. Really cool stuff. The dawn of the Altitude Era, as he called it. He takes on Sheamus! Neville putting on a show just before the commercial break. He come back to Sheamus headlocking Neville to the mat and booting him in the corner until BAM! Super kick from Neville. So Sheamus answers with not one, not two, but three Irish Curse backbreakers in a row. Neville at the end goes for his red arrow, but Sheamus kicks one of the ropes. Neville just spills onto the mat, leaving him primed for that big boot. Rolls him up for a near fall, and then actually hits the bro kick for 3. And now do we go to a man that booking forgot, Jack Swagger, Jamin of King Barrett. Main event time! It's no DQ, so why the fuck are they tagging? I don't know. You should Texas Tornado that shit. I know that's the term for tag teams, but Tornado tag this bitch. It's no DQ. Who gives a shit? The fans behind Ambrose all the way on this one as they... Ambrose, get the tables! J&J Security, take the table back! Reigns saves Ambrose from getting pinned by Rollins. He cleans house, including taking a kendo stick to the back from Mercury. But he takes that stick and busts it up. Teleportation! Wyatt uses the power of magical hats to attack Reigns directly and plant him on that announce table, which leaves Ambrose to just get annihilated by the numbers game. J&J were told to bring the table back into the ring and is ready to drive Ambrose through that sumbitch before Reigns powers in and fights him off as best he can, but he gets numbered game too. Good thing he's still wearing that vest because he's getting mugged by the Authority and takes that powerbomb from Rollins through the table. He's like, fuck it, I'll put you through this table then. So Reigns has to crawl out of the rubble. He's still I'm still Roman Reigns. Damn it, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna make ovaries pop. Sounds like I'm making my sides pop doing that. Just so Rollins is just well, fuck it, I'm gonna end this statement with a pedigree, and he does. Until Bray Wyatt re-enters. Sister Abigail's him on top of that. Stop, he's already dead. And the Cadillac is still standing. I really thought they were gonna mess with that. Wow. Apparently they must have paid they did pay a lot of money for that to just destroy it like that. I'm sure next week, when Lesnar comes back, someone's getting suplexed on that son of a bitch, or he's gonna suplex that cherry Cadillac onto somebody. He's gonna, which makes me think of this. I had this hilarious mental image that Kane does get to Hawaii and Brock is there. He suplexes an entire volcano onto Kane in whatever poor hapless resort he's staying in at the time. Suplex Island, bitch. Okay, SmackDown kicks off with Rollins and his security still gloating about giving his security that new car. He's like, in our generation, we're up on our technology. We're always looking for the newest thing, like them Apple Watches. But our focus needs to be on the present. The world is changing right now before our very eyes. Our children and our children's children. They're going to want to know what it was like to be a part of such a historic era. Grandpa Joey, what was it like being around when Seth Rollins destroyed Roman Reigns and torched the Roman Empire? Or Uncle Jamie does the accent too, which makes him sound almost just like Noble, by the way. He thought it would. Uncle Jamie, do you remember when you Rollins reunited the Authority? Do you remember where you were when he reunited the Authority and burned Suplex City to the ground? In a matter of 2 weeks, I decimated the two men who were the main event of WrestleMania, cementing my status as the greatest superstar of this generation, if not in history of the WWE. And before Kane took off his flight to Tokyo, he ensured that Reigns and Ambrose, who are left laying by us on Monday, by the way, is going to get a little bit of retribution. So, Ambrose, you got Bray Wyatt, and I'll take on Roman Reigns in the main event. That is, if he accepts. No one's seen him in a while. They're really playing that off. I'm like, wow, really? It's only been gone for it's not like he disappeared from Monday. You don't know if you can say if he may not be here tonight. After what we did to him, I'm like, if he disappeared, if he was off TV, fine. But wow, it was weird. You say that, and I'm like, wait, he was on Monday. He's gone? What happened? I know you beat him down, but I'm like, I guess it was bad enough to warrant it, but man. I don't know, it's just weird. Anyway, but Ambrose comes out to run them off. So Seth's like, alright, your match is next. He's got a kendo stick. He runs through off to haul ass. He comes out, and it looks like it's going to be him on 3-on-1, and I'm like, wait, no, I'll go to the back and get a kendo stick and then run you guys off. Wyatt wins this cleanly, or as cleanly as he can. Dean tries to dive off onto Wyatt from atop the announce table, but gets caught he gets semi-rock bottom. That sends Dean spine first on top of that outside barricade, so leaving Wyatt to throw him back in the ring and hit him with Sister Abigail for the win. Back with Adam Rose and Rosa. Before that gets any further, R-Truth comes out with his false king shtick and beats him. Cut to Ryback from a WWE.com interview that says, at Battleground, I'll shell-shock Miz, shell-shock Big Show, but it starts with me shell-shocking 400-pound Mark Henry on SmackDown. Cut to Mark Henry getting interviewed by Josh Matthews? Did WWE just clone Josh Matthews and they just cultivated this even shorter one? That's what it feels like. But again, Mark Henry is like that big, so I don't know how small he is compared to actual Josh Matthews. It was weird. But if you close your eyes, you can kind of hear Josh Matthews, but he sounds a little older. Pardon me. That's what happens when I do this right before I wake up. I'm not sure what I'm in, but so if I sound a little flustered and flabbergasted, I just woke up. I'm doing this real quickly because I'm going to be doing something later. But anyway, Henry says, Ryback put my name in his mouth. Made the mistake of putting Big Show's name in his mouth. He put my name in his mouth, so now he's going to have a bad taste for it. Maybe Ryback has amnesia and forgot the beating I put on him last week. I remember Ryback going to the top rope and beating you in your match with him last week, and then Big Show got angry with you because of it. Pretty sure someone has amnesia. Not sure if it's Ryback, though. Ryback, of course, does what he said he was gonna do. Naomi's still jobbing to the Bella Club, this time to Brie, because Nikki's off in the Beast in the East, that Tokyo event. Which, by the way, check that out if you haven't already. At least for the match between, what's his name? I didn't want to say, not, Finn Balor. That's a guy who really gets into his entrance and just really ignites the crowd. I'm like, wow, this, okay, I mean, I've seen him a couple of times. I've seen the outfit, stuff he's done in Japan, stuff he's done in, for the Bullet Club, the actual Bullet Club over there. I know he started that. They were going over, his history, and it was just Michael Cole and, what was it, Michael Cole and Byron Saxton. They were doing commentary. They were good together. They actually called fucking matches. They didn't have to worry that much about, other things. Maybe because I didn't really watch all the other matches, I didn't really care about anything else. I just wanted to see that and to see how long Kofi would last against Brock Lesnar, a god among mortal men. Like Kofi went for like a drop kick, and Brock Lesnar was just like, the fuck? Like he was like a fly to Brock Lesnar. He was like, yo, that's cute. Yeah, the new day stuff. So I'm gonna fucking kill you now. I'm gonna kill you now. Oh my god. All these talk about fucking movie remakes. You remake Commando and put Brock Lesnar in that, I won't fight you on it. I'll be like, okay. Hero or villain? Where's Brock Lesnar's movie? That guy, Christ. I guess because he can't talk, they don't want to put him in anything, but still, he'd just be like, he wouldn't have to say anything. He'd just be like, ugh. That could be worked with, you know? I like to think so. But anyway, Naomi, still jobbing, like I said. I know you don't get along with Paige much either. But sometimes, as the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy. Bray Wyatt interrupts saying, I miss you, Roman. But I don't have anyone to blame but myself for that. I'm the reason you weren't there to protect your only friend in the world. I think you're hiding in some cave licking your wounds. But that's not the Roman Reigns that you feed to all these kids. One versus all, that's a lie. The real Roman Reigns has too many people he loves, too many he cares for, which makes you weak. I've had nothing since I was born on this planet. That makes me strong. Everything you hold dear, I'll burn down. I'll burn everything down around you till it's just you standing all alone. And then I'll show you mercy and finish you. Primetime Players goes over the Ascension. Rusev and Summer Rae in the ring. Summer saying, I want to be the bigger person and apologize for my actions on Raw. I should have never stooped to Lana's level, no matter how good it felt to slap that gold digger in the face. Rusev's kind, and Lana's loss is my gain. Rusev kisses her hand, and he's like, now this is a woman. A woman who is not afraid to act or speak up when the time is right, but also a woman who knows her place. Some are clearly taking some exception to that. You can see they cut to her, and she's like, huh? What? Wow. She's like, wait, wow, really? Yeah. First, The Miz calls you a co-star, and now Rusev's saying, like, you know your place. If WWE actually, like, if I was booking this, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if WWE goes like, we're gonna turn Summer Rae into this feminazi stereotype character. I don't like a strong woman to kind of like, cause you know them, they'll just be like, well, just like, women want more of that. She's a bitch. I wouldn't be surprised. It would actually be kind of new and refreshing to see. Even if WWE would probably fuck that up and just make her a bitch. Like, that's why I say feminazi, because that's how they won't make it subtle, is what I'm saying. They'll go to the nth degree like they always do. It's their diva stereotypes, because that's what they do. I think the Bellas are like shitty actresses, because they have to go to that. They feel like they have to go to like 0 to 10 and something like that all the time. It's just annoying. She can't wrestle with shit, but she can be taught, or at least she can manage somebody who maybe can follow her example, which is, again, how I would work that. But anyway, the crowd is chanting, we want Lana, and Rusev's like, Summer Rae, no Lana. I have a better Lana. I found a better one. Alright, I was down on this, but at least Rusev's kind of entertaining. I found a better, I traded up. Yeah. I'm like, wait, no, she's her own woman. Ziggler, you've got Lana poisoning your brain. I will no longer tolerate your insults and threats. You went public on Raw? I go public now. Next time I see you, I crush your skull, I eat your heart, I pull out your intestines and hang them out to dry in my backyard. It was a time when I lost everything. Dolph Ziggler, soon you're gonna find out how that feels. Main event time! Rollins says that Roman's guts will tend to get out here, or he wins the match by forfeit, so Roman, of course, makes his way out and the match is on. They still J&J security, mug him 3-on-1 till Dean runs out with that kendo stick he had at the beginning to even the odds. the heels run off, but one of them grabs Joey Mercury, and he just gets left to die for the sins of the Authority in that ring at the hands of Reigns and Ambrose. So that's SmackDown. And again, I didn't want to cover Tokyo because, again, I didn't really see all that much. It's like a couple of matches. There was like, the main event is Wade Barrett and Kane versus Cena and Dolph Ziggler. The other really good match is at the beginning, Chris Jericho going up against Neville. That was another really, really good match. I was not expecting Chris Jericho to come in. I thought they were just going to do like a segment, but no, it was a match. I'm like, okay, cool. So check that out. Finn Balor and Kevin Owens for the NXT title. Check that out as well. Other than that, I'd be like, maybe, again, the morbid curiosity of seeing how long Kofi lasts. That's about it. There was like a triple threat. It was like Paige, Tamina finally getting a shot, and Brie Bella. Or Nikki Bella, not Nikki, sorry. Even I'm getting confused. Mostly because I don't give a shit. But anyway, because it's the Bellas. Not about the match. So yeah, it's on the network if you missed it, so that's what I did. It was like 5:30 a.m. Shit, I'm not going to be awake for that. Yeah, it was like 5:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be awake for that. I recommend it, at least for the matches I mentioned. That's the podcast. Thanks for listening, and take care.